So Sarah, Knoll, thank you for agreeing to come to Grace on October the 1st for pretty much a full day of Enneagram learning and work and fun. And I'm excited to get to spend the day with you and with all the folks in the community and who join us. And I wonder if you would say a little bit for those who don't know much at all, what is the Enneagram?
Yeah. So the Enneagram is one of many ways of looking at ourselves and trying to gain more awareness about who we are and how we impact people around us. The Enneagram is, you can Google it if you haven't already, is like a 9-point star circle type of figure. Like look it up online and you can see what the picture looks like. And it's sort of, the idea is sort of like 9 places in human development where we might pull over and stop and sort of take a look around, almost like a lookout on a road trip on how we become people. And so there are 9 kind of places that certain spiritual leaders throughout human history have realized are sort of places that we encamp ourselves in how we see the world and how we cope with what we encounter in the world and how we show up to other people and how we engage in relationships. And so very similar to other kinds of personality ways of looking at personality, the Enneagram is sort of like that. And also for me, part of why I really especially love the Enneagram is that it has like a deep spiritual component to it as well. So it encourages us to look at not only our behavior, so like how do I act in relationships with other people, but also what are my motivations for that? So what's the engine that's running underneath all of the behaviors that I do every day?
I wonder if you could just say a little bit about how you've seen this work be helpful in relationships.
Yeah, thank you. So I think one of the things I always teach my students is that we can't go with anybody where we haven't been willing to go in ourselves. So the first step is always self-awareness, like you were talking about. Like the first step is like, oh, this is why I work the way I work. This is what makes me tick. This is what melts my butter. This is my jam. But the second step is then, oh, so if that's true for me, then I work closely with this person and this person. This will help me to sort of supervise the strengths and limitations of the way I show up in relationship. And it will also, and this is for me the biggest part of it, it will increase my compassion for the people that I show up in relationship with. So if I know about you that there are certain things that are motivating you in your relationships, and I'm walking around with that knowledge and I hold that with compassion, then I recognize like, oh, I want to show up for you in a certain way because I know what makes you happy in this world, what's fulfilling to you. And if you do the same for me, that's just this incredible extra bonus that we do that for each other. So you recognize in me what makes me tick, I recognize in you what makes you tick. And then when you and I have a common goal and we're collaborating in a particular mission or particular project, whether it's like a really little thing or a really huge thing, we're bringing this like grace to each other as we collaborate.
Well, I'm really excited. It's not too far away. So we will see you on October 1st, everybody.
I look forward to it.
Me too.